Hi Kirsty, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, what brings you to the clinic today?
I went to my GP.
Yeah.
And just because I was feeling a bit flat. A bit unmotivated, just feeling a bit, depressed, I guess. And he suggested, leave it for a little bit and maybe put me on medication, which I don't really want to go on medication. I'd rather do something natural.
Okay. Yeah.
And seeing if there's anything that I could be taking that could help with my moods.
Okay. All right. Well, basically, it would be a lot better for you mentally and physically to go more of a natural route. So what I'm going to do is I'll ask you a few questions. And then, so what I'll do is I'll take a few details of first of all, your name, your given name.
Kirsty. K-I-R-S-T-Y.
Yep. What's your surname, Kirsty?
Henry. H-E-N-N-R-I-E.
And what's your date of birth?
22/7/69.
Okay. So you're a Leo?
I'm on the cusp of Cancer and Leo.
Cancer and Leo. Okay. And do you like being called Kirsty or? Yep. And what's your phone number, Kirsty?
04168
168
15111.
15111. So what I'll do with these details, we'll make a file, and so we can keep track of how you're going. So say in a month's time, we'll book you in again and see where you're at, if you feel any better, whether we need to make some more changes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. Okay, and your address?
28.
28, yep.
Stockman Crescent in Mudgeruba.
That's Mud G. Rubber. Now postcode?
4213.
Right. Emergency contact?
My husband Trevor.
Phone number?
0419 632 319.
319. Now, do you work?
No,
Yes.
not at present.
Working.
Not a paid job anyway.
Okay.
I work from home.
Just a mother, eh?
Yeah.
Just a mum.
Just a
That's
mum.
hard enough work, eh? Now, what's your GP's details?
Annalise
Annalise.
Geisler. EISSLER. And she's at Robina Medical Centre at EZT.
Robina Medical. Because quite often what we do, if you have, say, pathology testing, bloods tested, we can get the GP to email me the results.
Okay.
So we can keep that on file for you and see how all your levels are going.
Cool.
Robina Medical Centre. Do you know the contact number for that?
I don't know it off by heart, but I I can get that to you.
Okay. So, would you say you're suffering with depression or anxiety?
Probably more anxiety, but I just feel like I get just low. I don't know if it's definitely depression.
Are there certain times of day when you feel
Not really.
anxious?
No, it's just all over the place,
Certain-
really.
Would you say that there's anything that brings on the anxiety? Is it
Hard to say, really. Trying to, I guess, when you're trying new things and not working, I guess is like I lost a lot of confidence. So
so? What we could maybe do is try and think of things for you that's going to help boost your confidence more. And things that you're going to enjoy.
Yeah.
So from a nutritional side of things, do you eat regularly
No,
or do you skip meals?
I skip meals.
Okay. Do you have breakfast?
No.
Is that because of time or you're not hungry? Or...
I'm not really hungry when I wake up. I have a cup of tea and that's really me till like lunchtime.
Hungry, yeah. Now, when you get to lunch, what would you have? What would your typical lunch be?
Just like a sandwich or a salad.
Do you drink a lot of water or not much water?
Probably not enough. I forget sometimes.
So when you're having your sandwich, do you have any, say, meat, chicken, fish, ham, any sort of protein in with the salad, or just salad?
Yeah, I normally have like a bit of ham or a bit of chicken, a bit of bacon.
Yep. Afternoon tea?
Might have a couple of biscuits.
Yep.
A cup of tea.
Biscuits, tea. Yep. And would you say that's more convenience, or are you craving sugar?
It's more convenient. Just grab it. Easy to get.
Yep. Now, dinner?
Just really a variety of things, really. I cook
So
for the
you
family,
cook for the family?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What would you normally cook for the family?
Like lasagna. You know, I try and, like, if I have a lasagna, I'd have a salad with it, or a meat with vegetables, carbs. Yeah, just really, I try and, do a variety of stuff.
Well, that's good.
Hmm.
So your main problem, you would say, is getting started in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll look at that. We'll give you some alternatives. Because obviously breakfast is really important because that'll get your metabolism going and your blood sugar levels will balance out more rather than going up and dropping quickly. You want to maintain a certain level all day. Yeah. Okay. And dessert?
No, I don't have dessert. Might have a piece of fruit or something.
Now, Kirsty, what I'll do is I'll get you just to stand on the scales just here for me and just tell me your weight.
It's about 63.
63 kilos. Okay. Now, would you say that's your ideal weight?
No, I've definitely put on weight.
How much weight would you say you put on?
Oh, I think about, 4 or 5 kilos. Closest to 5, actually.
Okay. What's your height? You know your height?
I think I'm 163.
Okay. So how would you feel your energy levels are from 1 to 10?
Probably about a 6.
Okay. Do you drink any alcohol?
Occasionally.
Would that be once a week, twice a week?
Once a week, I guess.
And how many glasses would it be?
Probably only like 1.
And is that like wine or beer or spirits?
Red
or...
wine.
Now, what about exercise? Do you exercise much?
Just do a bit of yoga, really. That's about it.
Well, that's good for the mind, body, and soul. How many times would you do yoga?
2 days a week.
Smoking? Do you smoke?
No.
Now, how does the weather affect you? Do you like cold weather, hot weather?
I like warm weather, definitely. Not too hot though.
Yeah. The humidity is very high at the moment. It's a bit hard to deal with, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So, do you watch television or?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the evenings only.
How many hours of television?
About 3 hours, I guess.
Do you do any recreational drugs?
No.
Are you currently on any medications?
No.
So, when was the last visit to the GP?
Oh, probably
When did they?
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they wanted to put you on antidepressants.
Yeah. They wanted to start me on like a low dosage.
Is there depression in your family?
Yes, there is.
Because unfortunately, with the family histories, a lot of that will affect you now. So the previous generations will affect your.
Okay.
And we'll work out the best way to deal with it and what works for you, what doesn't. We can try different things. So maybe in this consultation, we'll work out, say, a diet plan. Because often, if you're not eating enough, which to me it looks like you're not eating enough, and different types of foods, like say Brazil nuts have serotonin in them, which is the chemical will let off in your brain that makes you feel happy. Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll bring your serotonin levels up.
Right.
Say getting out in the sunshine.
Yeah.
That will also increase your vitamin D levels, happy hormones. Lovely.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. It sounds like you need to work more on yourself. You're obviously very giving with the family and your own time. And quite often, when you're so busy with the family, you neglect your own needs.
True.
Yeah, which might be why you're getting anxious.
Yeah.
The depression sets in. So, have you ever had any previous antidepressants? Have you ever taken antidepressants before?
No, never.
Now, would you say you sweat a lot?
Not really. No.
Now, what I'm going to do is, I'll take a look at your iris. So, it's iridology is what they call it. It's basically like a map of your body. So if you have any issues in your body, it generally reflects in your eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll take a look at your tongue as well. That's another reflection. And skin, nails, and then I'll take your blood pressure as well to see where we're at. So what's your worst time of day? Or what's your best time of day? Let's start with that. What's your best time of day?
Probably the evening.
You feel more
When I
relaxed
can
in the
relax,
evening?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like time to, just not have to do anything and just relax.
So once all your mum jobs are done, you can chill out and have some me time.
Yes.
Yeah. And so what do you do in that time? Do you
watch TV normally?
Okay, so what I'll do is I will take your pulse. Perfect shirt for this. Okay. Right, so we've got 122 over 60. Just write that down. 22 over 60. And we'll just check the other arm as well. How long has it been since you had did the GP take your blood pressure?
Yes, that was all normal, I think, at the time.
It's quite tight. over 64. Oh, good, you're feeling relaxed and it's shining green. That's a good sign.
Oh, good.
Hey, no need to feel anxious. Excellent. Thanks, Kirsty. Okay, so we'll write that down. Okay, now also I'm going to look at your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
You can just get your tongue out. Okay, slight coating on there. Very shiny. Right. Okay. And I'll just write that down. And this will determine what we need in the way of vitamins, food. Because quite often what will show up in your eyes will also show up in your tongue.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, and I'll just check your nails as well. That's always a good indicator of, yeah. So this is all normal, okay. All these tests that we're doing, just to make a proper evaluation.
You definitely soften my nails.
Yeah. Okay. Just slightly ridgy. Would you say they're a bit brittle or bendy?
Yeah, I'd say a bit brittle.
Yep. Okay. Make a note. And it's amazing when we do this nutrition plan and you come back in 4 weeks' time, and we'll be able to then see the changes. So I can look back on the history that we've taken today and see the positive changes.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
How exciting, hey? There's your, sorry, right on. Okay. Now I'm going to look at your eyes. So this is the iridology part.
Okay.
Okay. Windows to the soul, hey? Now, if you just look at my left shoulder. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you just look at my right shoulder. Yeah. Okay, good.
Do you see anything on there?
Just make a note of it. Nothing to be alarmed by.
Oh, good.
All fairly normal, and things that we can do to adjust that. We'll be able to see the changes in it next time. So what I'll do is I'll make a note of what I see today, and the improvements
Mm-hmm.
will show up next time. And then, so what we'll do is we'll run all these tests again.
Yep.
And then what we might do is get the GP to get a report of your bloods
Mm-hmm.
and just see how the levels are in your blood. But I would say what we'll do is do the nutrition plan for 4 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
see how we go, and see what your levels are then like. So
Okay.
if you need more vitamin D or you need more
Mm-hmm.
potassium sulfate. Okay, I'll make a note of that. The thing I can see now is that you're quite dehydrated.
Right.
And on the outer edge of the iris, so the iris is the coloured part of the eye,
Yeah.
you've got a grey ring around it,
Okay.
which to me indicates you need silica
Mm-hmm.
or calcium sulfate, which by looking at your tongue as well, because you've got that slight coating on it,
Mm-hmm.
slight yellowy sort of slimy coating on it,
Mm-hmm.
suggests that you need potassium sulfate as well. So what I'll do is I'll just show you these pictures of the iris here.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can see here, so the eyes here, so this is the iris, that coloured part,
Right.
and you can see that ring there, the dark ring on the outer edge, which is called your scurf ring.
Oh.
Okay, which to me suggests that you need silica or the potassium sulfate, which the silica is really good for your nails as well,
Okay.
to promote growth, strength. It will help getting rid of the brittleness
Mm-hmm.
and the ridges. So what we'll do is I'll write all of this down and I'll put it on your file.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we can always look back at the history
Sounds
and
good.
see the changes through it. Because what you'll notice is this will all disappear.
Oh,
It'll become clearer.
interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
And you can see through the different diagrams all the different things that can be picked up. So the whiteness around your nails, that would suggest silica as well. The brittleness.
Mm-hmm.
And those slight ridges as well.
Okay.
Okay. It's very interesting, isn't it?
It is.
So now what we'll work on is we'll do a diet plan. So we'll start off with breakfast. So what I would like you to do, Kirsty, is keep a food diary.
Okay.
So, and then we can work out what's working, what's not working, how you're feeling after certain foods, whether your energy levels are up or they're low, any sort of different signs, like are you getting any cramping when you eat certain things? Sometimes people get cramping from having too much acidic food, like say tomatoes, chili.
Okay.
Do you have any allergies to food that you know of?
No, I don't.
Do you eat much bread? Yes.
A little bit. I try to not eat it because when I do tend to get like tummy cramps and stuff. A bit of bloating.
Yep. Would you say that's white bread or multigrain? Or?
White bread.
Do you get headaches?
I do occasionally, yeah.
See, often too, the headaches may be caused from dehydration.
Right.
So not drinking enough water.
That would make sense.
Yeah. So what I would suggest is it's probably best to drink 2 litres of water a day.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely don't drink that much. So
Yeah.
up my water intake.
Yeah. If you increase your water intake, you'll notice that you won't get the headaches.
Right.
Even if you put, say, a slice of lemon in it, or mint, cucumber, lime. Yeah, just so it's not so boring. Sometimes it can get a bit boring.
Yeah.
And I would say encourage you when you first wake up to have a say a glass of warm water with lemon in it, and that'll start your metabolism straight away.
Okay.
So I'm writing all this down so you can take it home with you.
Right.
And I'll make a copy of it and put it on your file. And if you just get, say, like an exercise book, a small exercise book, keep a diary of how you're feeling when you're having the food. And I think also too, by making that conscious effort of writing things down, you're also being accountable for your own health.
True.
So it's been a big step for you to come here and help yourself today. So that's a great step forward. Because I think the philosophy of a naturopath is to actually prevent illnesses and ailments happening. So prevention rather than a cure.
Right.
Okay, so normally you would go to the GP after you've hurt yourself, and then they would give you, you know, like they wanted to prescribe the antidepressants. Where now you've come here, that's a great step forward for you, mentally and physically.
And I just want to feel, energised, I guess, and a happier me.
Yeah. And I think also with the diet, so your breakfast, say you'd have something like oats, like natural muesli that's got seeds, grains, a bit of fruit, maybe with some Greek yogurt, and that will also, the oats will help maintain your glycemic index.
Okay.
So your levels, your sugar, because what generally happens is your sugar levels go up, and then they decrease.
Right.
By adding the oats in, the seeds, you'll get more of a natural leveling out.
Right.
So you shouldn't feel your energy levels drop so much.
Right.
I think what you need to be aware of is listening to your body when you think, I'm hungry now.
Yeah.
You need to then give it some fuel. And it's like your car. You're not going to put bad fuel in your car and expect it to keep going.
True.
You know, if you don't put enough fuel in, it's going to stop.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so or another alternative is if it's a time thing, Do you have a like a NutriBullet or
I do.
like
yes.
a yep?
Mhm.
You could also make say a smoothie up with like leafy greens like spinach. Spinach is always good for iron
Mhm.
because sometimes if you're lacking in iron, your energy levels are also quite low.
Right.
So you could say spinach, berries like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. You can generally buy, say, from the supermarket in the frozen section. You might be able to get a berry packet that has blueberries, raspberries, strawberries.
And are the frozen ones as good as the fresh?
I wouldn't say they are, but it depends how often you go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
As to
and what's in season.
and what's available to you.
Yeah.
To me, you're better off having frozen berries rather than none at all.
Right.
Because they have a lot of antioxidants in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which fights off, viruses, illnesses, any bacterias. But definitely fresh is better than frozen. And then if you're putting in the spinach, you're not really going to taste the spinach with the berries in it.
Right. Good.
Because the berries quite a strong taste. Or mango is another nice. Yep. Mango. Is there anything you like that you would put in there? You can put a bit of Greek yogurt in there too, because
that all sounds nice.
Yeah, Greek yogurt. Chia seeds are also good for protein. So what they'll do is they'll fill you up a bit more.
Right.
Okay, so if you put, say, 2 teaspoons of chia seeds in with your smoothie, what happens is the chia seeds are also full of omega-3,
right,
which are great for your cells, your brain, helps your brain work properly. Good for your skin, the whole lot.
Okay.
Yep. And also honey as well. Honey is also a good healer for your body. And it's natural. Obviously, it's a natural sugar.
Yeah.
So that will sweeten it if you're craving something sweet as well. Okay, now, so say that would be, 7 o'clock you'd wake up, or 6, or?
I think about 7.
7 a.m. So you would say leave it another 3 hours, and then I think too, when it's better to say snack every 3 hours, have smaller meals rather than large meals. So if say you had a snack again at 10 a.m.
Yep.
Now the snack, so that could be say fruit, say like those nuts, like or an alternative is say the Carmen muesli bar.
Oh, okay.
Because they're full of good. And I think it's also important to change it. Otherwise you get bored.
You do. You get sick of the same thing, don't you?
That's right. Variety is good. So like pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts for your serotonin. So say if you had, we'll try you on say 3 Brazil nuts a day. Do you like nuts?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Now lunch. So I would say, because you find, obviously you're listening to your body. When you have the white bread, your
Yeah.
body doesn't like it.
Yeah.
It bloats up. So maybe try to say, have a multigrain or even a wrap.
Yep.
Sometimes I find the wraps don't make you feel as bloated, but yet they still satisfy your hunger.
Yeah.
So maybe a chicken and salad wrap. Wrap. And then maybe change that up to, say, a tuna and salad. Or, I think salad's always good for you. It's got so many vitamins in it. You know, you've got your carrot. Your carrot will also maintain your energy levels as well, because it's a carotene in it, which is great for your eyes, your skin. And then probably another couple of hours later, say 3 hours later. And what I would probably do is, say, have your 2 glasses of water.
Okay.
So in between, so have 1 glass of water with your breakfast. One for your morning tea. 1 with your lunch.
Okay.
Now also, you can also count in your tea.
Oh, good.
That can also be a drink as well.
Right.
Okay. Herbal teas are also good.
Yeah.
Chamomile's great for calming. Even at night time, if you're finding it difficult to get to sleep,